So we're at this is the end of the huge convention, and I'm sitting with the organizer, Thad Eckhoff. It's Eckhoff, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, with an H. Eckhoff.
Eckhoff. Is it spelled with an H?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Good. I've only seen it 400 times, and all right. Good. So Thad, where are you from? And sort of we'll ask a question about the convention in a minute, but
Okay.
where are you from now?
South Mississippi.
South Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and you have a power washing business, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what supports my habits.
That pays the bills.
Yeah.
Where you
Keep
where you
living
go play?
indoors, eating at least once a day.
Right.
Yeah, that's the real job.
Yeah. How long have you been doing that?
Since 2004. So I'm not good at math. However long that is.
For a while, right?
A while.
So before that, and I don't know if I saw some Facebook or whatever, but I mean you're a musician too, right? You're in a rock and roll band.
Yeah, a few, and then some other projects, some other interesting things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just strictly
That's just fun.
Wow, that's loud.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so yeah, just for fun. Never never made any money doing that. My background was more corporate.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So how'd you get into power washing? What
Well,
or why?
Just was really burnt out and tired of being in an office for 60 hours a week, and decided to take a day off, and then decided to take the rest of the week off.
Right.
And then I said, and took a short leave of absence that turned into a summer. It's kind of like the movie Office Space, where I decided I don't like it and I don't want to go anymore.
Right.
So,
right.
I think I was kind of at the end of my rope as far as that kind of stress.
Yes.
It's not a real fulfilling life.
Right. So then you just start looking around for something to do, and you're this is a good business. I mean, how'd you pick power washing?
Kind of fell into it. When I was a kid, I'd done like floor stripping and waxing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I knew how to do that. Well, when I first started, I wasn't going to. I was just going to take the summer off. So, but I needed to do something. I needed to make some money, but not a lot. But I needed to do something. So, talking to a friend of mine, and he said that another friend was hiring for his grass cutting company.
Mm-hmm.
I called him up. I'm like, hey, come on over to your house. He's like, okay, come on. I said, meet me at the shop. He has a shop next to it. And I told him what I wanted to do. And he's like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to cut grass for you this summer. He's like, no, you're not. First of all, you're too old.
Well, it doesn't get hot in Mississippi in the summer, so
no, that was down here. That was in South Louisiana.
Okay.
So even hotter.
Yeah.
Even hotter. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So talked him into letting me work for the summer, and then decided to start the contracting business, and was doing mostly floor stripping and waxing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then another friend needed some help with window cleaning, so I started doing that. And then I'd grown up in a family painting business. So I soft washed my first house in about 82 probably. But
Yeah.
Back then it was called bleaching a house. You took a pump up sprayer and you mixed
Right.
bleach and water in a little Dawn and sprayed the house down and rinsed it really good with the hose. I didn't know we were being revolutionary. We just poured it in a pressure washer.
And now we know the origin of an industry.
Oh,
right?
Don't get me sued. Don't be threatening to sue me again. Don't.
Yeah. No.
I'm not the first guy. That concept had been around for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in Florida, where I had a business for 8 years before we moved to Montana, and we would, when we would do a job like that where you hose it down with bleach and rinse it down, we just called it a bleach and run, and we thought that was the lazy way to do something. We'd do it that way if we didn't have time to actually, wash everything, right? Or if you couldn't reach it. But anyway, and then I turn around and go, soft wash. I'm like, what is that? Okay.
Oh,
anyway.
It's vaguely familiar.
Yeah. I'm like, it's that. That's cool. Well, you said you've been in the, so you're in the industry, you got a power washing business, you do that, so obviously you understand the business, both technical and building business, but then you got into organizing events. How'd that come about, or why?
Peer pressure.
Yeah?
Yeah,
People say,
peer pressure. I went to, I heard about an event on online forums that was going to be held in North Carolina, and like in the mortgage industry, going to conventions was actually useful because they're very informative and so I've been to a bunch of those. And I'm like, oh, they're having a convention, cool. I'm going to go to it. And I went, and it was a well organized event, but it was it was about 100 people, and people were flipping out over this is amazingly gigantic.
Yeah.
It was in February in a freezing warehouse in metal chairs, and I showed up way overdressed. Not for warmth, but
Did you wear a suit that first time?
Seems like like a sport coat.
Way overdressed.
I was ignorant. What did I know? And then people found out I was in the New Orleans area, and they're like, "Man, you should do one of those. We want to come to New Orleans." And I said I could never organize anything like this. It was very well organized. I was like, I could never organize something like that. And then people kept on about it. And then I went to another event after that was like 30 people, and it was not super pleasant. And so when we broke, one of our friends said, "You sure you don't want to have something in New Orleans? I'd really like to have a reason to come down there." And I said, "Well, can't do any worse than this. Like I can do this. I can do this bad. I can. Yeah. So we tried it. So that's when I started my New Orleans networking event. Yeah.
The NOLA event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the Celeste Gothorpe, who organized that first one that I went to, said, "We can do it. I'll help you." And she gave me a ton of advice. And so we started. I think the first one we had 24 people. Okay. And 24, and then 48, and then it was kept small. I maxed out at 90. It was capped at that.
Okay. So you did that for you. Is this still going on, or was this the last year? Or
this past. I had said that last year would be the last one, but that was 9.
Yeah. Okay.
And I guess I'm a little OCD because leaving it at 9
just didn't quite.
So I'm like, okay, got to do one more just to 10 and out.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one is that's the legacy event there. It's either you made one or you didn't. I don't know if you heard. I don't know when you came around, but it used to be kind of a badge of honor. I've been to I've had Mike T drop on the balcony of the Hotel Provincial. People are like, ooh.
Yeah. I didn't come. My first time I came to an event was last year in Washington D.C. I was aware of certain things happening in the industry, but I don't know if this is typical or not. But I just wasn't really interested in hanging out with a bunch of window cleaners because I didn't know any of them except the guys in my local area. Right. And I thought, well, if everybody's like that, I probably just don't want to go hang out with them.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be feel rude. I was like, I'm busy doing stuff.
Yeah.
And
if you're going to take some time off or a vacation, it's not going to be to go learn how to fan a window that you already know how to do.
Right. Right. And so honestly, and I have to say, last year went to DC to the convention, and I wasn't expecting a lot. I mean, I was expecting
I try to set expectations as low as possible, so maybe
nobody's disappointed.
Maybe I can hit some of them, and people go, "Oh, okay, well, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be."
Yeah, but I thought, there's going to be, there'll be giveaways, and there's a trade show, and everybody's going to be, giving you a sticker to put on your squeegee, or, a squeegee contest, like who can clean windows fastest. Right. And I was very pleasantly surprised.
Well, I mean, I'm glad.
Enough so that I said, next when this tickets go on sale, this first time I see it, I'm just going to hit buy because I'm going to the next.
You were the very first person to buy a ticket.
It was the first one.
You were. Yep, you were.
Oh, cool. Well, I didn't know that. I kind of thought it was early, but I didn't know it was the first one.
You were the first.
Cool.
You were.
But
I'd forgotten that until you mentioned that.
All right. It was not only impressed. I just the connections within the industry. Really, I had written down. Anytime I go to an event, I'd write down a few specific, not a goal, but a purpose. Yeah. So I'm not just wandering around, drinking drinks. Right. But I wanted to meet business owners that happen to be in the window cleaning industry.
Good way to put it.
And I did immediately. And then I asked a lot of questions. I had some parameters, and I kept asking people, who do you know anybody that does this? You know anybody that their business is like this? Right. So I kept getting pointed to the same 3 or 4 people. I'm like, ooh, and those just the connections alone are worth a lot.
Good, I'm glad.
A number with commas in it. So that's good. Commas. One comma.
Commas are good.
Commas are good. I'm looking for that second comma for my bank account at some point, but it's not there yet. But all right, so 10 years in organizing events, and it sounds like a bunch of people kept saying, "We had to get together. We had to get together." Thad, you organize it. And then you
pretty
did.
much. But I did, but I didn't really. So what I tried to do was get someone else to organize the event that I would actually feel good about paying to attend.
Yeah.
It would have been so much easier for me. Like somebody else do a real, because I was used to going to events that actually taught you how to do business, how to, like, not, hour class on how to hook up a downstreamer.
Right.
That was very frustrating.
Yeah.
To me, and not just an excuse to see your buddies and have a beer and whatever else.
Right.
So I wanted somebody else to do it. Nobody would, so I started trying to build the event.
Okay.
That I felt that I would travel halfway across the country to go to. So we, with the New Orleans event, it was very, very different back then for a window cleaning or power washing event to focus on business and not work.
Yeah.
And some people just really didn't get it. They were like, "What the heck? There's nothing about work in here. There's nothing telling me how to clean dirty concrete or whatever." That's correct.
That's the point.
Yeah, that's the easy part. Doing the work's the easy part, but keeping on having the work to do and building the business, that's kind of where we can use some help. Yeah. And once there was a lot of pushback.
Really?
Yeah, it really was. I was called a lot of various forms of unintelligent for doing that.
There's irony in that. We're not even going to go into that. But this is year 5 of the huge convention.
Yeah,
and
year 5.
And so, kind of like after the weekend's wrapping up, what's your take? What are you really happy about? What would you like to see different next year?
I'm happy that a lot of people told me, how much value that they got from it, and that's very satisfying. I mean, that's my goal. That's what I want to happen. Did not get cussed out this year for something that somebody was completely unhappy with. So that's probably my biggest thing is I didn't get cussed out this year, so that's a pretty big deal.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But it's nice to know that people came from all over the world. I mean,
did you have some internationals here?
Yeah, a bunch of Canadians, Australians, a couple from Africa, and then some from a couple from Brazil, and one of the Caribbean islands. I can't remember which one. Those are the ones just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
And of course, all over the United States.
Yeah. Oh, that's very cool.
England. I forgot England.
Okay. And then you had 500 or 600 registrants.
Yeah, I don't know what the final total was. I know it was over 600. I don't know how far. I don't know if it was 601 or 699. I know we severely ran out of space, and the hotel started pumping the brakes pretty hard on that. But right up until people were still buying tickets Friday.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen after about Tuesday. I didn't have time to look at the reports.
Yeah.
I was kind of busy.
Hang on a second. My camera just quit, but the audio's still going. So we'll just.
Okay.
I guess it's got it. I don't know how to operate any stuff. My kids know how to operate all this, so I give it to them at the end and say, "Please edit this, fix it, make it work." And they're like, "Dad, you're so goofy." That's a good way to put it. All right, so
I'm not sure exactly where, because people were still buying tickets, and so that the hotel does not know how many people we actually had. The fire marshal laws are very strict here; they're the strictest in the nation because of the age of the buildings and the close proximity. So, and the wonderful opportunity for graft and corruption. If you want something done, you better grease the fire marshal and do that. So,
yeah. So from the cold warehouse on metal chairs, and you said, "Well, I can't do worse than that." That one was the good one.
That was the one that I never thought I could match.
Okay,
it's just so well organized. And then it was like a small room like this with just somebody talking off the top of their head, but not really from very organized but cold to more comfortable but zero organization or agenda.
Just a hip shot.
Yeah. And then so I tried to compromise. Like, okay, we could have heat or air conditioning, but we could also have an agenda
and a good
crazy talk. I know.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot to ask.
Yeah, it was. I was like, what are you doing?
So, but what's sort of the view to the future? I mean, first of all, going from the first 24-person NOLA to now, I mean, that's quite a drastic change. And
Yeah.
does that just make you giddy and happy inside, or you're like, yeah, that's what it should be? That's what you had in your head.
I never had that in my head. I never
Okay.
dreamed in a million years. I just wanted to have a really, really successful, small, very close-knit group. I finally had to start holding a certain number of tickets open for new attendees, because if not, then not that I didn't want to see the same people every time, but just to have some fresh blood.
Yeah.
Because it was like, boom, sold out. So,
Right.
So I wanted to start seeing some new people. But no, I never had any intention of doing anything like this. I mean, I'm talking about 600 plus contractors plus all the vendor personnel. So probably knocking on 800 people running around.
Yeah. That's quite a bit. And now you're going to be handling another event too, the ICE. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had interviewed Gianna for eClean magazine when I spoke at that event.
Yeah.
I was out there, and it was very interesting how parallel our paths were with the conventions. We were both kind of starting one out of left field. It wasn't part of the established industry organizations. They were very unhappy about us doing that. We both got cussed out and told that it wasn't going to work, and who were we, and tried to stomp it out basically. And we both persevered and built it up, and it was really neat how parallel that was. And so I was getting ready I was working on this, and I just texted her, hey, who do you get your event? Who does your event insurance? I wanted to shop around a little bit, and she told me. And about half hour later, she said, this might be kind of out of left field, but what do you think about buying ice? And I went, oh, I
hadn't thought of that.
No,
Right.
it wasn't on my radar at all. Then I thought, she's asking me to buy it, then she must have asked everybody else that she knows who's actually in that industry, and this thing must be a dog. It seemed really nice. It's bigger than ours, and well organized and put together. I'm thinking, all right, I don't know what I'm missing here. And then she texted. I didn't say that to her, and then she texted back. You're probably wondering why I would ask you that. And what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
But they were starting a family. She and her husband had been married for a while.
Yeah.
And they were finally having a baby, and she just wanted to. Yeah. It was stress. It was good stress, but it was still stress, and it was very time consuming. And she was going to have a baby, and just wanted to focus on that. And, but she said that people had there were offers, and frankly, she could have sold it to one of her competitors for a lot more than she did me. But I just asked her straight up, are you more concerned about revenue or your legacy? And she said, I want to see this keep going, and I've been watching what you're doing, and I think it's cool, and I want you to keep this going and keep making it cooler and keep it going. She said, I don't want all this work to go down the toilet. I don't want somebody to buy it for my list. It's like a 26,000 name list, which is
a significant.
It's pretty valuable.
Yeah.
And she didn't want somebody to just buy, pay whatever for the list and the ability to shut it down.
Right.
So I promised her that I would keep it going.
Right.
And here we are. We'll see what happens. But I'm excited about it.
That's cool.
I'm really excited.
That's cool. So how far down the road are you looking for? Let's just talk a huge convention, window cleaning, power washing. How far down the road do you kind of have designs or future, like, I want to do this and see it grow? Or is it just...
I'm amazed every year about actually what happens, because it has grown. I always think there's no way it could get any... bigger. This is about it. And then it seems to be growing and progressing. So I don't know. Maybe you're putting me on the spot, so maybe I should do some more clearly defined goals.
Okay. Yeah.
That was I appreciate that. I do. Instead of just looking at the next one.
Right on.
But honestly, right now I'm just super focused on not only ICE, but the huge convention in 2018.
Yeah. So you've already got a location. And we have dates. When is that going to be? It's August something.
It's August something.
Right.
It's the third weekend in August. I just went blank on the dates. I'm sorry, but it's on the website. It's on all the.
Yeah, I'll look it up. Put it in.
Sure.
And that's in Atlanta.
Yes.
At
the Marriott Marquis downtown. Okay. It's a great venue.
Yeah.
Absolutely great venue. It's beautiful. It's it's going to be the first four we did were in Gaylord Resorts, and they're pretty visually impressive. This one's much more so, but in a much smaller area. So there's a big atrium. It used to be the largest atrium in the world up until like a year or two ago. But it's still super convenient the way this hotel is, where you saw everybody meeting at the bottom and at the lobby and then going out from there. Well, this has areas like that all the way through the two level lobby. So anything from 2 chairs and a little table in a corner, so you can sit and have a private conversation, or a big area for a larger group. So it's going to be awesome for networking. You can meet up with people or just wander around and start conversations, or make meeting times for later. Restaurants and bars all the way around right there, so you don't have to figure out where to go out. If you want to have a beer or a coffee or whatever, you just walk right there.
Right.
And so networking is going to be great. The meeting space is nice. So
Cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, cool. That's probably where you ought to wrap it up. Thank you.
Thanks
for your
having
time.
me. I appreciate it. It's fun.